The incessant glorification of Israel by Indian media often borders on blind nationalism rather than fact-based appreciation. The reality of the Indian Space Research Organization is far different and far less flattering. Today, let's take a hard look at why Israel, despite its publicity, remains a technologically weak player compared to the true innovators in space exploration, such as SpaceX, and why India's space ambitions may never quite reach the pinnacle of global leadership. The Chandrayaan lie. Much of the recent buzz for ISRO stems from the Chandrayaan-3 mission, which was celebrated for supposedly landing near the moon's south pole. However, this claim is fundamentally wrong. To understand why, consider this analogy. Imagine vacationing in the Seychelles, close to Earth's equator. You notice the air feels fresher and conclude that equatorial regions on any celestial body must also share this trait. It's a fallacy of overgeneralization, one that ISRO has committed and loves to commit. ISRO's assumption is this: since Earth's polar regions extend from 66.5 degrees to 90 degrees latitude due to its 23.5 degrees axial tilt, the same range should apply universally to other celestial bodies. This is incorrect and contradicts the foundational principles of planetary science. The boundaries of a planet's polar region are dictated by one key factor: axial tilt. Earth's axial tilt of 23.5 degrees results in its polar circles beginning at 66.5 degrees latitude. Imagine the white region in illustration as polar region. As the axial tilt reduces, so does the polar region. The moon has an axial tilt of only 1.5 degrees, which means its polar regions are significantly narrower, extending roughly from 88.5 degrees to 90 degrees, not from 66.5 degrees as on Earth. ISRO's Chandrayaan-3 landed at approximately 69 degrees south latitude. While this would fall within Earth's polar region, it does not qualify as such on the moon, as confirmed by authoritative sources including NASA, the International Astronomical Union (IAU), and even China's space agency. NASA even released clear visual evidence indicating that India's lander touched down well outside the lunar south pole. Another often overlooked aspect of India's space narrative is the actual performance of its rockets, an area where ISRO significantly lags behind global leaders. While headlines frequently glorify each new launch, the technical capabilities of these rockets remain modest at best, especially when measured by the two most critical metrics: thrust and payload capacity. 1. Underwhelming thrust output. To put it plainly, ISRO's launch vehicles rank at the bottom tier globally in terms of thrust. Take the LVM-3, formerly GSLV-Mk3, currently ISRO's most powerful rocket. It produces a maximum thrust of just 5 meganewtons. Now compare this with the heavyweights of spaceflight: SpaceX's Falcon Heavy, NASA's SLS Space Launch System, and others that routinely achieve 20 to 30 meganewtons of thrust. That's a difference of nearly 4 to 6 times. Thrust isn't just a vanity metric. It directly correlates to a rocket's ability to lift heavy loads into higher orbits or interplanetary trajectories. The relatively low thrust output of ISRO's vehicles reflects not only engineering constraints, but also a lack of ambition to compete with the top-tier space program. 2. Payload capacity, the bigger embarrassment. Even more concerning is ISRO's limited payload capacity, a key measure of what a rocket can deliver to space. NASA's SLS can haul up to 93 metric tons to low Earth orbit, LEO, while SpaceX's Starship is targeting similar or higher capabilities. In stark contrast, the LVM-3 maxes out at around 23 metric tons, roughly one-fourth the capacity. This disparity is not a minor detail. It fundamentally restricts what ISRO can achieve in terms of mission complexity, duration, and interplanetary reach. To illustrate the difference metaphorically, it's like comparing the ability to launch a man versus a mouse into space. Overall, ISRO is just more hype than it is hardware. Despite the scientific inaccuracy of the polar landing claim and failing space program, India at large engaged in mass celebration. This speaks to a deeper issue: a preference for nationalistic pride over empirical accuracy. The danger here isn't just misinformation, it's the normalization of mediocrity under the guise of progress.